In this tutorial, I am going to show you how to make a Screen GUI similar to what you see showing on the screen. It has a scrolling frame, a horizontal scrolling frame, and when the player clicks this button, it will open, and when they click it again, it will close. And when they click the button, the name of the outfit, so this says Safari Pants, then those pants will be placed onto the player in the game. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to make something like this. Alright, so let's get started. So the first thing we are going to do is the setup, and then we'll go back and do the scripts. The setup is probably more complex than the scripts for this tutorial. So in order to put something on your screen, you have to work in Starter GUI. And the first thing that you're going to want to do is put a Screen GUI into Starter GUI. Screen GUI is a container which holds 2D objects that will be visible on your screen. And in order to have anything visible on the screen, you have to start with a Screen GUI. Okay, so let's get started doing that. So if you need to have your Explorer window and your Properties window open. Okay. Anytime you start to work in Roblox Studio. So if you don't already have the two of these open, go to your top menu bar and click on View, and then click on Explorer and click on Properties, and that makes them show up on your screen. Okay? All right. So then the next thing you want to do is in your Explorer window, click on Starter GUI, highlight it, and then on the plus sign next to Starter GUI that appears, click it and search for Screen GUI in your list, or type it in the search bar and then insert it into your Starter GUI. Okay, next we are going to insert an image label into the Screen GUI. So highlight the Screen GUI in your Explorer window, click the plus sign, and search for image label, or type it in the search bar and insert it. Okay, so you'll see the image label in your top left corner. Now using the Properties window, we're going to change the position and the size. So highlight the position property and type in 0.192, 0, 0.088, 0 for the position. And then for the size, highlight it and type in 0, 607, 0, 704. Okay, so that placed it made it bigger and placed it on the screen where we want it to be. You can use whatever size and position you'd like for yours, but for this tutorial I already pre-figured out some sizes and I'm going to pretty much stick with them. Okay, now we're going to insert a design into this image label. And you can grab whatever design you want if you want a design from your toolbox. So I already have a design that I used, so I'm going to use that. So under Images, once you find the design you want, you can click on it in the toolbox, the plus to insert it. Okay. And when you look in the toolbox, you're going to be looking either if you already have images saved under your stuff, you'll look under My Images, or if you want to use something else that's in the general toolbox, you can choose Images in the drop down and just look for something that you want to use. And you may have to like type in something like designs, you know, whatever design you want. Okay. All right, so once you've inserted the image or the pattern that you want to use, we're going to grab the texture ID number and we're going to copy it. So just copy the number, so highlight the number only, and then right click and choose copy. And now go back to the image label, highlight it, and then in the properties window, find the image property and paste that number. And now it puts that image on the image label. Okay. And now we can delete the image we inserted because we don't need it. We just needed to get the ID number off of it. Okay. All right. Next, with the image label highlighted, we are going to insert a scrolling frame into the image label. So click the plus sign and type in the search bar scrolling frame, or search for it in the list and insert it. Okay. And now we are going to reposition it and change the size. So we're going to go with a position of 0.006, 0, 0.307, 0, and a size of 0, 590, 0, 506. Okay. And now you have a scrolling frame inside of the image label. And we're going to make the background transparency of that image label a 1 because we want to see those polka dots show through. All right, at least I do. You don't have to do it that way. The way you design yours is going to be your personal preference. Okay. All right, now with the scrolling frame highlighted, click the plus sign and insert a UI grid layout. Okay. Search for it in the list or type it in the search bar and insert it. All right. The UI grid layout is going to set it so that when we start inserting our buttons, they're going to be set up in the order of how we have the UI grid layout set up, so that they'll be in a special order and placed and positioned, you know, exactly apart from each other in a formatted way. Okay, now we're going to set up the properties for the UI grid layout. Okay, so for the cell padding, we want this to be 0, 10, 0, 10. Okay. And cell size is going to be 0, 150, 0, 150. Okay. And let's see, fill direction we'll leave as horizontal, and fill direction max cells we'll say 3, and horizontal alignment will change to center, and we'll leave the rest as is. Okay. So that's going to be the format for the UI grid layout. So we're going to see 3, when we start setting them up, we'll see 3 buttons on, you know, a row. Okay. All right. Okay, so next we are going to start inserting the buttons. Okay, so highlight your scrolling frame and click the plus symbol and insert an image button. Okay. And now let's duplicate it. So highlight the image button you just inserted, right click and duplicate a third time. Okay, so now you'll see what the UI grid layout is doing for you. Every time you insert an image button, it's placing it next in line. Okay, and remember how we set up the properties to only have 3? So the next one I insert should move down to the next. So let's insert a 4th one, or duplicate a 4th one. Okay, insert or duplicate, either way. And let's insert or duplicate 2 more. And so we have a total of 6. Okay, so we'll just start with 6 right now. And so for the image button, the only thing we really want to be concerned with is if you want a border color. Okay, and I'm just going to stick with my little purple theme I'm doing here. And so border color and border size pixel, I'll make a 3. And then the image that we're going to use. So you will need to get the image of whatever clothes you're going to use, and you insert that image ID just like we did a few minutes ago. So I've already got some images saved. So I'm just going to go ahead and grab the image ID I've already got and copy it and paste it just to show you. Okay, so it's now inserted. And there's several ways you can do this. So I will review with you quickly how you can get an image ID of your clothes if you don't already know how to do it. Okay, I am on my Roblox account and I'm going to show you how to grab a quick picture of the clothes item. So if you already have the item in your inventory, that's the easiest way, I think, to do it. I created these pants, so I'm just going to go to that item. So I'm going to go to my classic pants, and I'm going to find that pair of pants, and I'm going to open it up and get it on my screen. And then I'm going to pull up a snipping tool so I can crop a image of this picture right here. Okay, so in your Windows search bar on your PC, on your computer, if you type in the search field snip, the snipping tool will pop up, and if you left click it with your mouse, it opens it up. If you click the new button, it starts the crop feature for you, and you'll see a little plus symbol for your cursor. You can just now left click and drag a box around the image on your screen to get an image of those pants that are showing. And now you can simply save that image on your desktop or wherever on your personal computer, wherever you want to save it, so you'll remember how to get to it, because now we're going to import it into the development side of our Roblox, and I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay, so now we're going to import that image that we just cropped, or whatever image we've decided to use, and the image is not already in Roblox for us to use. Okay, so in order to do that, from your main Roblox account, you're going to go to Create, and then you're going to go to Dashboard, and then Development Items, and then decals, and then upload asset. And now you'll see an upload button. Click it, and then wherever you saved that image on your personal computer, find that, and then you will click on it and it'll import. And then you can name it whatever you want and give it a description if you want, and then choose the upload button. And now that image will be uploaded so that you can now grab it from the toolbox under your images, which for you in the toolbox it'll be called My Images. Okay, thanks for joining the first video. This is part A. I'm going to make a part B now to continue teaching you how to do this. So please join me in the next video.